What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, sports world? Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to everyone who's watching the Bills game on this phenomenal Thursday night. Obviously, Bills and Dolphins rivalry. But is it really a rivalry? A lot of people will ask that question, but nevertheless, we got a lot of sports talk to talk about. We got NFL, we got WNBA, which we're going to start off with. We tried to make it as late as possible. I know it's like 10:21. It's almost the end of the third quarter. We tried to make it as late as possible to start the show so that by the time the fourth quarter is here, we'll be talking what y'all want to talk, which is obviously sports, of course. NFL football, obviously, we got week 2 to go over, and we got some week 2 picks to make. But before we can even get into any of that, I would be wrong, and it would be a dereliction of duty. It would be a sad situation and a sad day if I did not introduce the host of the show as well. Y'all know I'm Andre the Torch Robinson, and that's all fine and dandy and cool. But when it comes to the incomparable, phenomenal, sensational, second to none, one of one, when it comes to the sports passionate, mouth-breathing journalist on all fronts and frontiers. The person who is elevating the journalistic world on this show and on shows on the weekends, on Saturday with the Side John, doing that. Phenomenal work over there, talking about all the topics that y'all want to talk about, not just sports. But that lady, that queen of ours that we need to protect even more when it comes to this, when it comes to the journalistic world, when it comes to the sports world, when it comes to good people in general, when it comes to intelligent minds, when it comes to eloquent spoken hearts. This lady, Chocolate Girl, Sharon Mullen, is a one of one, and we need to address it that way. Sharon Mullen, what's good?
What's going on, Dre? I'm glad to be here. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, as always.
Of course.
Glad to be here on a Thursday night. Ready to get started. Yeah, I got a point of contention on my heart tonight. So, with some news that you shared with me earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just, ready to get started. Thank you for having me on the show with you. Want to give a shout out to my partner on Saturday, the Side John, Dennis Holmes, the Ignorant Thinkers podcast himself. Just giving a shout out to him. And as usual, I usually give a shout out to this person because she is the reason why I even do podcasting. So shout out to Trisha Joy, a 2-minute warning, 360. It all started with her. So thank you, Trisha.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Trisha and Dennis Holmes and Ron Thomas that do the Tuesday night Talk Yours Tuesday, and Marcus, the Alphabets, and Ramona Dye on Friday, Alphabets show. And it's just it's a great sports week. Great sports friends, professionals, and you doing your thing inside and out. You doing it. So congratulations to you. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. And like the Black Eyed Peas say, let's get this thing started. You ready to get this started?
I'm ready to get it started.
I know I don't want to upset you, but I know this is about to upset you.
Yeah, I'm mad already.
We're going to talk some WNBA first.
I'm mad.
And we're going to start off the show like this. You hear that doorbell? It ding.
Mm-hmm. Ding
Uh,
ding.
ding,
Mm-hmm.
ding. Co Defensive Player of the Year. For first time in WNBA history, they are giving a co Defensive Player of the Year. Elena Smith from the Minnesota Lynx. Obviously, the Minnesota Lynx have the number one defense in the W. And
Collectively.
the
Yeah.
phenomenal, absolutely collectively, and the phenomenal Asia Wilson, co-winners of this award, of the Defensive Player of the Year award. Sharon Mullen, I have to ask you, because I know your lip gloss is popping, but after this segment or two, I know that lip gloss might come off.
Well,
Sharon,
I gotta sip on my moonshine before I talk because I'm really mad.
Oof. Uh-oh.
I had to go get a drink. So here's my reaction. First of all, in general, I hate a tie. To me, when they're doing professional ratings of especially professional sports, I don't like it in college. I don't like it anywhere else either. But especially when it comes to professional sports, you need to be able to make a decision. This tie crap, I'll never forget when they gave co-rookie of the year to Jason Kidd and my boy, God, now his name escapes me, but you know who I'm talking about. And they gave him rookie of the year in the NBA. I was so angry. I'm like, pick one. But you know, that's men. Y'all can't make a decision sometimes. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all, but love y'all. But this mess makes me sick. It drives me batty. But I've got some stats for you, Dre, and people listening. This is the reason why I'm upset. So I'm going to give you the stats of one player out of the two that won Defensive Player of the Year, okay?
I'm ready.
And I want you to guess whose this is.
Ready.
And I know you're going to be able to because you've watched both of these sisters play. So
absolutely.
All right. So one of the two finished with 5.1 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.9 blocks per game. Who is that? Was that Elena or was that Asia?
Oh, see, I would have told you right off the jump that that's Elena. That's Elena Smith.
That's right. You know how you could tell? Because you know Asia automatically off the rip had double-digit rebounds to end the season.
Well, I also know Nafisa Collar has double-digit rebounds too, so I know.
I'm just like, what? So you heard Elena's 5.1,
correct,
2.9, 1.3, 1.9. Asia finished with 10.2, 3.1, a 3.1 assist now for a center. Okay. 1.6 steals and 2.3 blocks. She beat her in every single category. And she was the most valuable player on her team. She is the defense on her team. Yes, they have some others on the team that play some good defense. Pretty good. Nothing like Asia's.
Well, the Vegas Aces were 8th in defense this year out of.
But that's not because of her. Let me tell you, if it wasn't her, they wouldn't have been 8th.
Right.
Absolutely. That's my point. That's my point. The team, I don't care about the team. These are individual awards. I don't care if the defense was 8 or 2 or 1. It doesn't matter to me. I'm looking at the player. What did she contribute? Especially, and I even compare her to the other people on her team. This to me is a travesty. It's bull. I think it has something to do with something else other than play. I'll leave it at that.
I agree. There's a lot of people who think the same.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people who are outraged by this.
And rightly so.
So, for those who've been watching the WNBA, Angel Wilson's presence on the court has been so impactful that they had a 17-game winning streak.
Use the D word. Dominant.
Defensively, by the way. I'm not just talking about offensively. She's dominant offensively.
Yes.
Defensively.
And even if her teammates don't play as defense as well, her defense carried them to 17 victories in a row.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, Dre, but I can see a difference just since last season, since she spent all that time with Bam Adebayo practicing with her boo. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine sharing a profession with your person, your partner, the one that you are with romantically, and y'all get to go out in the off season or whatever season and hit the court and ball out together? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that has to be a wonderful feeling. So anyway, I'm not happy.
Yeah, you can tell that her and Bam Adebayo have been working. Her game is very similar. Very similar.
And shout out to my friend, Kel Anderson. When he got the news, he posted it and said, code DPOY, they really can't help themselves at this point. With a hand in the face over face emoji, like, oh my God. It's just ridiculous. Cowards can't make a decision. That's the way I look at it. You either coward or you being sneaky.
So just remember, Sharon, on last week's show, I told you that I don't buy the just regular season award when you wait weeks after the regular season is up to give it. Here's why. And I'm about to put this up because this is probably going to piss you off even more. So let's put this up and let's talk about what just happened the other night. Uh-oh. Minnesota was down 17 points late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And Napheesa Collier, shot after shot after shot after shot after shot until they ended up winning the game by 1. They stole game 2 from Golden State. Golden State should have had their first franchise playoff win. And it got stolen right from them. Defense turned up. Napheesa Collier's defense turned up. Her offensive game turned all the way up. With that being said, Sharon, I have a stupid suspicion. That this may not be the first co you see.
I'm going to tell you right now. I will be sending the commissioner a sternly worded letter if there's a co-MVP in this bitch. I'm going to be mad.
She's tight.
I'm already tight. No.
I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
Okay, Napheesa she is a phenomenal
Watch out.
player. Okay? She's phenomenal.
They just called.
If there was no Asia in the league, she'd be it. She'd walk away with it, run away with it. MVP hands down. But there's an Asia, however you want to pronounce the name. I've heard her name pronounced Asia. I don't know. But there's an Asia. She's in the league at the same time. It's timing. You can't help that. It's like all those players who didn't get any championships in the NBA when Jordan was playing. They happened to be there when he was in his prime. Sorry, it's just the way it is. Sorry. She is phenomenal. And I'm serious when I say if there was no Asia, Nafisa be it. No doubt. But no. I'm sorry. Since they lost, since the Aces got beat by, what was it, 50 something? Ever since that humiliating game, not only did the whole team turn up, but Asia's been a different player. She came out and said, I have to be better. And guess what? She was better the next game. And all the way since.
Yep, they finally had their first loss.
The ladies been balling. They beat the Lynx beat the Valkyries. I was disappointed, but I expected that. Minnesota, number one.
Expected. We definitely. Yeah, we expected Minnesota to beat this team, but what a hell of an inaugural season for the Golden State Valkyries. Valhalla definitely shouldn't have anything to hold their head down about.
No,
you have a bunch of role players. Nobody is a real star on this team. You have a bunch of role players. Kayla Thornton went down early. She was off the bench for the Liberty when she played with the Liberty. She wasn't a starter. She was off the bench, and she comes to the team and puts in phenomenal work. They're rolling, and then she gets injured. And this team still made the playoffs without her. And they pushed Minnesota in game 2 to the wire. So you got to give a lot of credit to this Golden State team. But to get back to what we were talking about as far as Nafisa and Asia, I just, as journalists, we see certain things. And the fact that the WNBA actually awarded that Defensive Player of the Year award to someone who plays for Minnesota is a telltale story on what may happen next. I think that was the can opening to, oh yeah, we're going to let this out the bag just a little bit just to see. Because when we fully open this can, we got more surprises coming. And I have a silly suspicion that this is going down as a co-MVP year. Watch. I told you this last week. I had a suspicion. And then when they pulled this with the Elena Smith situation, which I'm going to be honest with you, to be real, I don't think Elena's that great defensively. I think Elena's a better shooter from outside. I seen Elena dropping buckets from outside. I mean, just shooting threes. Like, that's what I watch and see Elena doing more than anything. I don't see where everybody is so high on Elena when it comes to block steals and I don't see that.
I only see her appearing to play great defense when she is defending against a smaller player. That's the only time. It's not like she's putting her body on people comparable or bigger than her. No, she's when she's on the other side of a smaller player. Oh, she's phenomenal.
On the perimeter.
And on the perimeter defense, yes. Perimeter.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just Yeah, I hope you're wrong, Dre. I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm
you're
wrong, but I can't ignore. I cannot ignore what I just saw.
But yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Lord,
I told you I seen this. I told you that I saw this. This might happen last week before the Elena Smith thing. Now that the Elena Smith thing has happened, I'm really on the horn now to think that they're gonna pull that off. I'm telling you right now.
The only thing that had me thinking that they could possibly do that as of last week and the week before is because of the media. And the media kept talking about, oh, but Napheesa Collier. Every time they talk about A'ja, well, there's Napheesa. And I'm like, okay. I think there are some people who are actually mad. I think there are some people who are actually mad because A'ja has played so phenomenally, and their media darling, has been injured most of the season and not playing. And I believe that they're upset about it. It's almost like they wanted the whole W to shut down because this particular player was not playing, and just cancel the season, just wait till next year when she can play. Oh, A'ja, the only reason why people are looking at her is because this other player was injured and she's not playing. What? No, not the case.
Yeah, that's a joke. Yeah, that's a joke. I mean,
she was MVP last season with her playing. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a joke. Viewership is, and we don't even got to go to that, but viewership has went up 30%. Even though I heard that the Fever's home game did not go too well. But speaking of that, I was about to talk about the Seattle Storm real quick because they're the ones who broke the 17-game win streak off the Aces the other night with a phenomenal comeback victory. Nneka stuck her neck out for that team the other night.
Nneka was balling. Nneka was balling. Yeah. There's a video. There's a short, a clip that her sister released. She's a journalist, right? Yeah, and so she's like, oh my gosh, I know I'm a journalist. She said, but my sister is balling. She had to get it out. Yeah. That's her sister.
Yeah, she in the video saying, "Give me another one." Yeah. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're gonna. I have the stupidest suspicion that they're gonna use that because Seattle just won that game the other night. Minnesota won their series two games to none. And right now, what's the score of the Seattle Vegas game right now?
It is. Let me refresh. (33-26) Aces is halftime.
Okay, so the Aces are up 7.
It's a low scoring game, probably because somebody's playing some defense.
Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. So I can tell you, I really have this stupid suspicion that that's going to happen. They're going to let that cat out the bag. It's going to, and if anybody is upset about it, I understand fully.
They just started. They just started. They just came out of halftime, so they just started back in the third.
So now it's the third quarter. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. The W, boy, oh boy. The W, doing W stuff. That's all I can tell you. Doing some W stuff. And I ain't talking about winning stuff.
Nneka she's only got 2 points so far this whole game. So what does that tell me without watching the game? They're shutting her down. The defense. I'm just telling you, A'ja ain't playing now. Oh, you beat us. You broke my win streak. Oh, absolutely. I'm on. It's on right now. A'ja got 13 points. She ain't playing.
Absolutely. Speaking of which,
boy. 5 rebounds.
yeah, Asia
2 assists.
25 at the end of the game.
She ain't playing. Lord have mercy.
She's gonna have 25 points, 10 rebounds by the end of the game.
She's the only person in double digits right now in points. The only player in the whole game.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, Aces.
Speaking of which, I know we all had a dream,
mm-hmm.
and we was hoping that the dream was going to get past the first round, but the Fever put an end to that dream tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to talk about something that happened in Game 2, and I'm going to play this video clip.
Okay.
And you tell me, have we not had this conversation prior?
Okay.
Very interesting clip.
Fever and the Atlanta Dream played their second playoff game in which the Indiana Fever won. A big story coming out of that game was that star guard of the Atlanta Dream, Alicia Gray, did not appreciate the comments of a certain Indiana fan. She seemed visibly upset in the fourth quarter when she was going back and forth with this fan, and that fan had to be escorted out of the game. Now, reportedly, that fan ended up coming back, which I thought was weird. But this continues a pattern that we're seeing with Indiana Fever games in which their fans are getting tossed. I remember earlier this season when my Connecticut that fan made towards Sanaya Rivers. And I'm tired of people online saying, oh, these are trolls, these are not true Indiana fans. Yes, they are. And it's very telling about the Phoenix Mercury said that the Indiana fan base was horrible.
I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable.
And at this point, I'm feeling that the players are actually complicit in all of this. I remember star guard of the Indiana Fever, Kelsey Mitchell, was questioned about the fans during All-Star break. It changed the topic into talking about religion and God.
What would you say to that person that likes to say, people that kind of forget that?
God bless you. No matter where you are, who you are, what you're going to think, God bless you, because I hope your spirit is in healing stage so where you don't have to make these comments.
Sound familiar? When Tawana Bonner, who left the Fever, came back to play in the Fever's arena, she was heckled by fans as well. And when Aaliyah Boston was questioned about this, she said it didn't have anything to do with her.
Is it like having Tawana Bonner return to Indiana? And what were your thoughts on the fan reception tonight?
Honestly, that got nothing to do with me.
Then there's Caitlin. I'm just saying, at this point, the Indiana fan base has showed their cards, and the WNBA is not doing what they can to protect players. This whole no space for.
Sharon, your thoughts on the video?
Okay, so the Indiana Fever is the Utah Jazz of the WNBA. That's what it is. Ooh. The Indiana Pacers have a racism problem as it is. It's even worse in Utah. Okay? Unfortunately, the W doesn't have a team in Utah. So I can't compare Utah to Utah. So that's why I'm saying they're the Utah Jazz of the W, because their fan base has the most reported incidences of racism out of any other fan base in the W.
Since
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's escalated over the last 2 seasons.
There you go.
It has escalated. No, well, it has. And that's what the data says. Now, this is what the actual data is showing before anybody has a chance to hide the data, whitewash the data, make the data disappear, kind of like what's going on with our government right now. They haven't been able to do that. The data is there already. It's still public. You can find it if you look for it. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I listened to a guy who was actually preaching at a church today. And he said, and it was a white guy, he said in his video that when they try to take down our monuments, our Confederate monuments, he said our monuments, and they try to replace us, they're attacking our history. They're attacking our nation. And this is our nation. This is what he clearly said. And so when the other side, they want all this diversity because they want to get rid of us. There are people walking around literally thinking this way, Dre, in 2025. And even in sports, you know those people, the crowd that always say keep politics out of sports? If they don't see politics is all over sports, I don't know what to tell them. I can't help them. I can't help you because you're delusional if you think that politics doesn't touch sports organically. You don't even have to talk about it. Politics, culture, societal ills, all of that spills into sports. And the victim never brings it to the game. It's the perpetrators that bring it. So that's how I feel about it. I'm not surprised by it.
So
I'm not surprised by it. I'm going to say this to you. I cannot wait until the Detroit Shock is back. I don't know if they're going to call it Shock again. I don't know what they're going to call it, but I can't wait because, you know, Detroit is a largely African-American city, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to see if non-Black players start reporting that they're getting racially taunted in Detroit. Bet you won't hear it.
I bet you won't.
Clip this, Andre. Clip this conversation and put it in your archives. Hold it for Rise Up Unlimited radio show. Hold it. You know, you can post it, but keep it. And let's see what happens after Detroit starts playing. Bet you won't find it because we don't do that. We don't care. We just want to see sports. We don't care what color you are.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't.
This year was a telltale to that. This year was a telltale to that. I agree. Now let me dig into this video that we just played. First and foremost, I am going to shout out somebody right now because it's funny because I said this way before this guy said it in his video. And I hate to do this, but I got to keep it real. I have told people in conversations that I do not respect Aaliyah Boston's behavior and stance as it pertains to this very situation.
You've told me that. Told me that.
I told you this.
Yes,
and now notice that somebody else has now come out on video and pointed out the very exact same thing that I said way before this video came out, which means I can't be the only one who thinks this.
Right.
I do not trust Aaliyah Boston stance. I have not liked the way she's moved in the last 2 years with the whole Caitlin Clark thing. I did not, with the whole Caitlin Clark coming on the team and the fact that, and I hate to take it back, but I have to go there for the premise. Angel Reese stood up for her South Carolina alum more than Aaliyah Boston stood up for her own South Carolina alum. Let's remember and be very mindful of that.
Yes.
Angel Reese stood up for her more than her own teammate, Aaliyah Boston, stood up for her. That to me is a telltale of somebody, because when you're in college, and we all know this, and I get it as the Pros Bowl, you never forget where you come from. For
No.
people who are real people don't forget where they come from. Okay. Leah, I don't see you not once having a different stand on this. I don't see you not once making a comment about, hey, listen, you guys need to stop this. Hey, Caitlin, you need to have a conversation with your fan base and tell them, listen, because they're doing this because you are in the league and because of the allure that you bring and because of the rivalry that you bring. You need to tell your fan base to pump that. Chill out with all that. I have people who have been directly affected by this. Not once have I heard Aaliyah Boston come out and say that yet. Not once have I seen, and he pointed it out. And Aaliyah Boston was like, oh, that has nothing to do with me. DeWanna Bonner is the third highest scoring player in WNBA history.
Yes, she is.
Respect. There is a certain thing called respect. The fact that she said that don't got nothing to do with me, knowing that it is wrong to me, tells me that you turn blind eyes to the integrity of certain situations that you know is dead wrong. As a Black woman, your mom is African. Have you seen the commercials with Aaliyah Boston's mom?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Sweetheart, there is a certain decorum that you should hold, and I haven't seen it from her. Kelsey Mitchell, I feel like Kelsey Mitchell's comment was better to mention God, and that's fine and dandy, cool. But I feel like that was better than what I've heard Aaliyah Boston say. You understand what I'm saying?
I perfectly understand.
I also feel like Kelsey Mitchell is kind of Malcolm in the middle, because you got to remember, Kelsey Mitchell was the player who's been on the Fever for the longest of time, right? Then Caitlin comes, and now Caitlin's getting all the spotlight. Caitlin gets injured. Kelsey Mitchell has held down the Fever all year. I will go on wax once again. I am not afraid or ashamed to say Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the Indiana Fever. And
as
I
of
will
right
not
now,
take that from my stance.
As of right now, she is. She's proven it. She's proven it.
Or without. Okay. They just want a playoff series without.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
I don't want none of y'all to mix in or say CC, Caitlin Clark. Don't mix her in with nothing that is going on right now. She is in house clothes on the bench. She has nothing, zero to do with this.
I keep seeing people posting. Coach Clark, because she's always saying something and jumping up and down, and
cut it out.
I'm like, please, just put it out.
You know what's so funny?
Put it out. She's not having that kind of effect on her teammates right now.
You know what's funny about that though, Sharon? I'll go one deeper. Certain people that's like that have no problem cutting their own to continue to pump a narrative. That comment that you just said that they're making is a cut Stephanie White out of the conversation to keep that narrative going.
That's exactly
when
right.
we listen to all y'all for months talk about how Stephanie White shouldn't be the coach anymore. Oh, Stephanie White didn't handle Caitlin Clark right, yada yada. We listen to all that jazz. Yet now the Indiana Fever have went further in this organization without
her. And nobody wants to talk about that.
Mind you,
they don't want to talk about that though, Dre. Nobody's talking about it.
Right. The Indiana Fever are playing without 3 starters right now
Right now.
and had 2 backups get injured as well. And they're
Mhm.
still in the Final Four. What does that tell you?
They have 6 injured players.
Let's see
One
if
of
they
them is playing injured.
right. Let's see if they can be honest now. Let's see if they can be legitimate now. But you know what? Then again, I won't be surprised because there's way worse stuff that I've seen in this world as of late that people can't be honest about. So I wouldn't be surprised if they won't be honest about this. Let's be
No,
honest.
they won't. They won't.
Be honest here.
Well, let me tell you this shocking piece of information about the Fever and the coach and the Coach Clark comments. You know who does not appreciate those Coach what's her last name? White.
Stephanie White. Mhm.
White. You know who does not appreciate those Coach Clark comments? You're gonna be
Her?
stunned.
Who?
The refs,
Oh yeah.
the referees,
Hmm.
according to my source, they are sick and tired of Caitlin jumping up off the bench and saying stuff like she's the coach. They don't like that. And one time, one of them commented to her, "You want me to go get Coach White? I'll go get Coach White on your ass." He's like, I'm like, really? Yes. Because she's out of control. Now, to me, she has an anger management problem. That's my opinion. My opinion, this is just not love of the game passion with her. Because every game, she is ridiculous on the sideline. And if her appearance was different, I don't think that people would like it very much.
Right.
That's how I'm gonna say that. But
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't like that. But anyway, I'm not happy. I'm happy. Okay. On the one hand, I'm not happy that the Fever won. On the other hand, I am glad they won because they did it without her.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my thing. It's not even the fact that they did it without her. It's the fact that people didn't believe that this team was good without her. We listened to 1,000
That's what
people
I'm saying.
saying how she had to carry this team.
Mhm.
This team was nothing without her. This
Mm-hmm.
team went to the playoff, even though they didn't win a playoff game last year with her. Now they've
Right.
won a playoff
Not one.
series without her. Like,
Nope.
and let me hear this. Stephanie White is a better coach than when you had Christy Sides. Let's be clear.
I think she's clearly coached better than her.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm stunned because when she left Connecticut, when they hired her, I was stunned.
Yeah, that she
Okay.
came back to the Fever. This is not Stephanie
Yeah.
White's first go.
This is her second. This is her second or third time that she's coached for them. I think it's her second.
Mm-hmm.
And I was stunned that she came back, that she agreed to come back. And I was like, well, maybe because Caitlin's on the team. I don't know. But she came back and she has coached heads and shoulders above Sides. And that's a fact.
I agree.
That's a
By
fact.
the way, woo-wee. Let's get the score of the Vegas game real quick again. Let's get that. We already know.
48-42 Aces.
Ooh, see? I told you.
Keeping it close.
Keeping it close. Don't hold your breath now. I told
Hold
you.
it 50. No, it's 50-44 Aces.
Okay. Still don't hold your breath. All right. So
In the third.
just a couple things right off the jump. I can't wait in a few minutes, just about 5-10 minutes. You're gonna have a whole different audience. The NFL audience is gonna come in because
The Bills beat the Dolphins. I knew that. I
22
knew that.
seconds left. The Bills. Listen, I told folks yesterday that the Dolphins play them tough. They
They
play
do.
them tough, but
Mhm.
it is always in one situation that always holds them back. And once again, it happened tonight.
What is that?
Miami driving down 7 inside the Bills 30. And what does Tua do? He throws a pick. Throws a pick. I said if Miami was going to have any chance to win this football game, they had to play clean football. Clean.
Josh has no interceptions.
I almost predicted the score, too. It was close, even though they scored that third touchdown. I said it was going to be 30-14. It's just 31-21.
Yeah, Miami got more points than I expected. I had them only getting like 10.
Miami
To be honest with you.
game. I'm going to be honest. You know what's going to happen? This is going to give Mike McDaniel maybe another week. Maybe another week.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think so, but it might. You just never know. Because they're going to post that blame on Tua for that interception. That interception is going on Tua. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. But he didn't get sacked the whole game. That's a good thing. Tua. He didn't get any. He wasn't sacked.
No, he wasn't.
25 of 35. 25 of 35 for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception with an 83.2 passer rating.
Yeah, that interception hurts.
Yeah.
And it ain't Jalen Hurts. That interception hurts. That interception hurts.
But then you got Josh Allen, 22 of 28 for 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks for 10 yards with 134.1 rating. Damn.
I said Josh Allen would throw for 220. I was like 220, so I was close.
Yeah, 213, and he rushed for 25 yards on 4 carries. Wow.
Buffalo is finding ways to win football games.
Yep. He's spreading the wealth too. 3 touchdowns went to 3 different receivers, and another one was a rushing touchdown. Cool.
Oh, I just seen something quite interesting.
What?
Tyreek Hill's interaction with the Buffalo staff after the game is quite interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have the game up.
I'm looking at it. I could turn it, but I listen. Oh man. This week is going to be very interesting. That's all I'm going to say to you. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens this week. Because I think there's another move to be made.
You think so?
I do.
Well, speaking of football, why don't we move to the football?
We should definitely move to the football. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. For the first hour, we've been talking WNBA. We get very deep, intense talking to WNBA because that's something we love. Oh, we cannot leave out the fact that the New York Liberty and Phoenix Mercury play tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The season advances tomorrow. Minnesota already advanced, so they won't be playing. Indiana has advanced, so that's going to be interesting to see if the Aces or the Storm win. I'm hoping it's the Aces. That'll be a good series between the Aces and the Fever coming up.
Yeah, they don't match up well.
They don't.
I don't know what happens to the Aces when they play the Fever. Sometimes they don't always look as dominant as they should.
That's why that series is going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah, if the Aces pull it off, I hope they do. I'm not a big Seattle fan, even though I love NECA. And I like their players. This is what's so bad. I love NECA. I love Skylar and the other chick. I can't think of her name right now, but
Gabby
I love
Williams.
them. Yeah, I like her. I like her, but I don't like Seattle as a team. I just no. Ever since Sue Bird left, after Sue Bird left them, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's see here. Oh, one last thing. I'm sorry. Before we get to NFL real quick, I have to do this. I'm sorry. She has become my very favorite. She has become my favorite. I'm sorry. This young lady is so humble. She's so humble. And hopefully next year I'm gonna get to meet her.
Got my fan. You know they asked where them fans at. I got my fan.
I don't know
right
if y'all saw this, but
She just got to see the one.
oh yeah.
You thought you'd see on this
Paige
little
Beckers.
spirit tunnel, but I'm with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year. Wow,
Of the year.
congratulations.
Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year. She's the rookie of the year. 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 Rookie of the year.
all I'm gonna say is what they thought 100-fold. And you can quote me.
What? Say it
They
again.
thought
I couldn't hear you.
What they thought Paige Beckers was going to lose, she has gotten back 100-fold.
Oh, okay, got
What I
you.
mean
Yes,
by that is,
yes,
she got injured in 2022.
right.
Let's
They
be
thought it
clear.
was over. They
I'm
thought it was
going
over.
to say this again. 2024 would have been different if Paige does not get injured in 2022. We are not having the same conversations.
True.
The number one overall pick would have went to Paige Beckers. And a lot of people don't want to believe that, but it is very true. There is nothing that says that Caitlin Clark would have went over Paige Beckers. Nothing. I don't care about the award. I don't care about those records, those made up records that they just made up in the last year or two.
Right.
She got the national championship back. She got that. And now she's rookie of the year, damn near unanimous rookie of the year. She got that too. She probably would have been that last year. I'll be honest. Again, she has gotten everything back 100-fold, and she's humble.
She put in that work. She worked hard.
She is so humble as an individual. We inviting her to barbecues and cookouts. She can come to barbecues and cookouts. Listen, and I said we wasn't doing that no more. But she is phenomenal. You got to give Paige her props, man. I know her team wasn't as great. People be like, oh, they weren't that good. But
You know what? You're right. She should have been unanimous. Somebody gave 2 votes
Yes,
to
she
Sonia Citrone, who I like, but she ain't. No,
yeah,
darn.
yeah, she should have been rookie of the year for sure, unanimously. It's all good though, you know,
It's all right. She got it. She got it.
for sure.
She got it. And well deserved.
Nah, very well deserved. Absolutely.
Mhm.
She is so humble. And you gotta love that about somebody when they're very humble.
Mm-hmm.
Her Lord. Even in that video, if I'd have showed the video, even in the video, she is so well kept, well mannered. She's not rowdy.
She couldn't even.
She's not
You see, she was just
boisterous.
walking. She was just walking. She wasn't even dancing after she got the award. She just, and she was truly surprised. I thought that was
Yes.
a class act. The way that they had the commissioner present that to her at the Tamron Hall show. I thought that was really cool. Is that
Yeah,
Tamron
the
Hall?
Jennifer Hudson show.
Jennifer Hudson show. I said the wrong one. Jennifer Hudson show. I thought that was great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, I need to show this real quick, and then we can get to NFL or football. Hello, hello. Top 25 players in the playoffs currently. Well, it's down. Some of them have been cut down now, but I like some of this list. I don't agree with all this list. Let's be clear. I do not agree with the fact. I do not agree with the fact that Sabrina Ionescu is over Kelsey Mitchell this year. Absolutely.
I knew you were gonna say that as soon as I saw it.
And we covered the Liberty. I do not think that Sabrina is better than Kelsey Mitchell. Absolutely not. No, not this year. Not this year. Maybe last year. Not this year. Absolutely not.
Yeah, Sabrina's been kind of quiet this season.
Yes. Well, they also been injured. Breanna Stewart was injured.
Jonquel was injured.
And they're in the top 10, by the way. Number 4 and number 9.
I know.
Who didn't even play majority of the season are in the top 10. I disagree.
Well,
I totally disagree. I do not like, I'm going to tell you this too. I do not like that Aaliyah Boston is number 11 over Satu Sabally. No way.
No, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I agree with her being 11. Satu over Satu.
Better.
I do.
Ooh, we gonna have to have a debate one day on that. It's gonna be a
We
debate.
don't have to. No, we don't have to debate just because we don't agree.
I mean, I'm just saying, Satu Sabally is phenomenal.
She is.
Gives me more than
She
Aaliyah
is.
Boston.
She is. Are you sure that your disappointment in her responses doesn't have a little bit to do with your opinion there, buddy?
No.
You
I'm
sure
positive.
now?
I'm
You
positive.
sure?
No. I know. I knew you was gonna ask me that, and as a
I'm just
journalist, you should ask me
asking.
that. That's a good question to ask
I'm
me.
asking.
As my
Our
response,
public
because
wants
of her
to
bad
know.
responses.
Our
Nope.
public wants to know.
Absolutely not. It's solely on basketball play. Satu Sabally is a 3-tier scorer, legitimately. She can shoot the 3. She has a mid-range. She can score with her back to the basket. And she's a phenomenal all-around player to me. Aaliyah Boston doesn't give me that as much. I think
Okay.
Satu Sabally gives me a different type of aura.
Yeah, well, that's true, but the aura doesn't do it for me. I just feel like Aaliyah is a better player than Satu. Not by much, but she's got an edge over her to me. Aaliyah Boston can ball. And
Okay.
last season, what upset me the most was she came off of a Rookie of the Year season, and last season she was made to change her entire game just because of her new teammate, right?
Yep.
And so at first, in the first half of the season, she was struggling because she had to change her way of playing.
Absolutely.
And although this was a change for her, the fan base, her own fan base, was mistreating her and dogging her out every time the Fever would lose a game. They would put it on Aaliyah and they would say, Aaliyah's not doing this, Aaliyah's not. And I'm like, hold up. She's not playing her game now. She's not playing her game because they want her to be out doing pick and roll for this chick. Aaliyah is a post player. She is a beast in the paint. That's where she needs to live and breathe. Stop bringing her out into the box. Stop doing that. Well, they didn't. So what did she do? She got her 3-point game up, got her jump shot shooting ability up. She did what she has to do, right? The second half of last year. Yeah, and so
Absolutely.
this season she came in like what? And I remember the first 5 games this season, she was on a tear. She was like, I'm Aaliyah Boston, I'm here.
Absolutely.
Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, right? And then after what's her name went out, she just been able to shine ever since. And I watch her close. I love her game. I love the way she plays. And I like her game. I really do. And I just feel like she's a little better than Satus. Now Sabally, she's a beast now. I know me personally, I wouldn't want to see her on the court. I'd be like, nah, you got it. You have at it. I ain't playing you. I ain't gonna let you embarrass me. But yeah.
So well eloquently spoken, by the way. A diatribe was definitely well eloquently spoken. I'm not surprised that you just listed everything that I thought you was gonna say. As far as Aaliyah Boston, she did do all that, and I give her respect for that. I mean, the Fever started winning games when the offense.
Wait a minute, Dre. I didn't even mention the death threats. She got that death threats. I believe it might have been like the 5th week, 5 or 6, 7, somewhere in there last season. I was stunned by her own fan base who loved her rookie season, right? Yeah. But you see how this other issue changes them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. This is a weird question, but let me ask you this question. Have you ever heard of the TV show? It's an old TV show. It doesn't come on now, called Any Day Now.
Any Day Now. Why does that sound familiar?
Well, I tell you what, just write down Any Day Now and go look up Any Day Now episode with the Klan. With the K.
Yeah.
Just watch that episode with the Klan. It's the episode with the Klan with the K.
Gotcha.
And it's the Klan and what's her name is on the jury. One of the characters is on a jury. So there's two stories going on like they always do. And then there was another issue with the Klan. Watch that show. After you watch it, I want you to just send me a message so we can talk about it.
Gotcha.
And then you're gonna see why this conversation we're having about Aaliyah and the Fever, you'll understand why I thought to ask you this question at this moment. You'll see.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
And I'm going to leave it
journalism going on.
there.
Sure enough, I definitely will.
But
I
that
definitely will
show,
watch it
that
for
show,
sure.
you know what? That show is a show that needs to be aired now. Like people need to see it regularly every week on somebody's network. Yeah. But anyway, okay. NFL, let's move on. NFL.
Got you.
Let me get my notes ready. I got my notes ready. I'm ready
All
for
right.
you now. I'm
Let's
ready.
get to it. Get ready. Get ready for these question marks coming up.
While you putting
Yeah,
them
buddy.
up, while you putting that up on the on
Question
the
marks.
Major League Baseball front, you know Clayton Kershaw is going to retire, right? I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Phenomenal pitcher. Phenomenal pitcher.
Maybe next week
Absolutely.
we can mention his
I agree with
careers.
you. I think it is.
We can mention his career stats next week. Do a brief rundown of his career. Maybe we could do that next week. Clayton Kershaw. That's a name.
All right. So guess what?
Yes. Oh, is it
Here you
time for the
go.
questions?
NFL
Is it
question
time?
mark. Question
For
1 and
question
2.
marks.
Question
Okay,
1
all
and
right.
2 on the board.
All
Absolutely.
right. All right.
Question number 1 for you tonight. Yes. Question mark number 1 for you.
Mhm.
Do we need to evaluate quarterbacks differently?
You know, I looked at that question and I was like, what is he trying to get at? You know, I know how your mind works. It's always about something else over here while you ask a question. I know you. But I guess it depends on how.
Look at you. Look at you done picked up the drop and
Oh yeah, I know.
set up and drop.
It depends
Mhm.
on how you evaluate quarterbacks. Now, see, I don't think there's anything wrong with the way I evaluate quarterbacks, but I do feel like the way most of the public evaluates quarterbacks is problematic. Why? I feel like Super Bowl wins should not be the only criteria. It also shouldn't be the most important criteria. Not in football. I feel like eye test, Super Bowl wins and appearances, Pro Bowls, even though they need to do something to make Pro Bowl a real game again. But Pro Bowls and all pros, all of that together should factor into it. Football is way too much of a team sport to put most of the weight on a team accomplishment. That's how I seriously feel about football. I don't feel the same way about basketball, but about football, I do. And of course, just like with anything else, narrative or context is always important. It's never black and white. You have to be able to rate each player based upon their individual contributions to the team. So I don't have any problem with the way I evaluate quarterbacks. I don't think that I have to change it, but I do believe that the public and the media and other sports aficionados, ondos, whatever you say, aficionados. I believe that they need to. How about that? Because I'm perfect, No, I'm not. But yeah, I don't have any issue with the way that I grade them or evaluate quarterbacks. What do you think?
Well, first and foremost, I do think we need to evaluate quarterbacks differently. One of the reasons why I bring this up is because Jalen Hurts has been a topic of conversation a lot lately as far as the quarterback position is concerned. I feel like they did the same thing with Lamar Jackson, and
lately,
16 quarterbacks in the league are now Black, African Americans. That type of quarterback is becoming more and more prevalent in the league now. Half of the league is now Black, where just a few years ago it wasn't that way. So that style of quarterbacking is becoming more prevalent. And people are like, well, he doesn't throw for 3,000 yards. Well, he doesn't, but he runs 4,000. But his team wins. Jalen Hurts right now, as we speak, has how many touchdown passes? How many touchdown passes has he had?
Zero.
And his team is
I know.
2-0.
Zero.
Where on the other hand, you have Lamar Jackson, who is killing the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
He has become the number one overall quarterback in QBR all time.
All time.
All time.
That's what tripped me out. When I saw that, I was like, how they like him now? What they got to say now?
In the last 16, I want to say games, I think I have the post here. I think I'm gonna put it up for everybody. Lamar Jackson's numbers are staggering. He has staggering numbers. By the way, here's one to look at right here before I go find the other one. I'll post this one right now just so people can see it, on the show. We love to, do our due diligence with our sports information. It takes a lot to go find this information.
I wish he was our quarterback. I can tell you that.
As such. So that's just one. His winning percentage, 745, sixth all time. Touchdown to interception, 166.49, second all time. We all know who number one is. Passing rating, 102. That's first all time. Rushing yards, 6,173 yards. That's fourth all time on the quarterback's ranking. By the way, do you know that Lamar Jackson has more rushing yards than 6 running backs who currently played in the last 10 years? I'm talking about he has almost the same amount of yards as Saquon Barkley. I'm talking about there's only a few running backs right now presently playing who has more yards than Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry being one, obviously he's almost at 10,000. So this guy is amazing. Lamar Jackson is the cheat code. I feel like he's a cheat code.
He all right
when it comes to the quarterback position. And I think we need to give more respect to him. I think we need to give more respect to Lamar Jackson. I remember people were trying to say this guy was going to be better than Lamar.
Who? Carson Wentz?
He just isn't. Nowhere near.
He's not. No, he's not. And I'm really sad. I'm really sad about Carson Wentz because I believed in Carson Wentz. I really did.
Well, he's supposed to be starting this week for the Minnesota Vikings. Anyway.
Yeah, I want to make
getting
sure I
back
catch
to-
that game because I don't think he's going to do that well.
Yeah.
He has after that injury, he has never returned to himself after that since that injury. He just hasn't. I don't think people understand how much injuries can affect a player. Some luck out, like Paige Becker. She came back like 100%. Everybody doesn't do that.
Lamar's numbers 44-3 the last 16 games. Touchdown to interception ratio.
Wow. He giving Aaron Rodgers a run for his money.
Yes, he is. Walking cheat code. And everybody said, oh, you should just be a running back. Lord have mercy. All right. Question number 2. The most disappointing team in football is currently the
Kansas City Chiefs. That's my answer. Want me to talk about that a little bit?
Wow.
Want me to talk about it a little bit?
Wow. That is so interesting that you said.
I can explain.
Wow.
I can
Yes, go
explain.
right ahead because you just took the question away from me.
Okay, so listen. Most disappointing team is the Kansas City Chiefs because number one, they're 0-2. Now, they started out slow in the beginning of the season a few times before over the past 5 years, too. So it's not that it's unusual for them to start out this way, but it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And for them to start out 0-2, it's just unacceptable to people when you've got the best quarterback in the league, arguably. So anyway, so here's what it is. They're 0-2. Travis Kelce is distracted, which appears to be what happens whenever a pro athlete dates a famous chick. It just seems always happens to affect their game. I don't understand it, but it does. So anyway, they don't have any notable wide receivers. They're struggling on defense. They have as bad of an O-line as the Cleveland Browns or even us. Their O-line is bad. Can't protect him. No pass rush. Key players are injured right now, namely Xavier Worthy and Jalen Royals. Then Rashee Rice is suspended. So you got all that going on. No run game. And the fans and the media are now questioning the job that Andy Reid and their GM Brett Veach has done putting this team together. That's the latest. So for me, they're the most disappointing. What do you say to this question? Don't worry about that other question. We're going to get there. But what do you say about this question?
Most disappointing team in football right now is currently the team you just watched.
The Miami Dolphins?
Yep.
Really? Okay. Say why.
First and foremost, for just all of the allure behind the Miami Dolphins. When Tyreek went to Miami, Tyreek was like Tua was a better passer. The fact that Tua, the way they've treated Tua in Miami has been absolutely god awful. Stephen Ross gonna go to hell with gasoline draws. letting this man 5 times have 4 concussions, and letting him come back and play. Just no integrity whatsoever. Locker room is shot at this point. Mike McDaniel looks like he's addicted to some type of opiate or some type of exotic drug when he's on the podium. You got Tua Tagovailoa talking about before this game how Josh Allen was so much better than him. He can't do half the stuff that Josh does, seeming like he conceded. And then guess what? He comes out after that, right? He comes out and plays a phenomenal game until the very end and throws a pick and throws the game away. Disappointment. This is just all around disappointing. This is disappointing on so many levels. Jay Renaud. Hey, Jay Renaud. Hey. Get your ass up. What's up with your damn team? Team is disappointing, bro. I told you I'm going to stay on you all year about your team because your team is highly disappointing. It's sad. It's sad to watch, to be honest. And I do have a question about them later. I had a question about them later, but I don't even know if I want to ask it at this point because now we're talking about it. Giving them more time than they deserve on the show. Just disappointing. You come out and play such a great game today after all that we saw. Mike McDaniel sounds like Donald Trump when he's out there on in pressers saying a bunch of bleep, 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 bleep that we don't even know. What the hell are you saying? Tua comes out there spewing all that stuff that he spewed to come out there and play damn near 3.5 good quarters of football. I mean, defense could have been a little better, but to be able to keep up with them and look like they was going to be able to tie the game. At some points, it looked like they were going to be able to, go ahead. I mean, they started the game off 7-0 up early. I mean, it's disappointing. They need a culture change. It's so disappointing. I would have said the Chicago Bears, but after what I just watched today, I'm highly disappointed with the Miami Dolphins today.
See, I'm not highly disappointed because for me, they're actually doing what I expected them to do.
You expected them to go 0-3?
I did.
Interesting.
I did not. I don't have any faith in them until they get another coach. I believe that this is what they're going to have. It doesn't matter who's on the team. So I guess that's the reason why, for me, they're not the most disappointing because this is what I expected. But I did not expect the Kansas City Chiefs to look this bad. Bless you.
Thank you.
I never expected that.
You know what's so funny? The fact that you speak about the Kansas City Chiefs being the most disappointing team, yet I have a shocker coming when we make our picks in a few minutes. I have a shocker for people. I have a shocker coming up. That's all I'm going to tell you.
All right. Mystery.
Question number 3. Let's get to it. Your team. Which team is in more trouble going forward? Bengals or Steelers?
I laughed when I saw this question. I said, you know what? Forget you, Dre. Why would you put this question on here? Just because it's me. That's all. That's all right. Forget you. That's all right. But so I really looked into this. I really had to sit down and think about it. I put my Steelers fandom aside and my hatred for the Bengals aside. And I literally looked at this with facts. Okay? So the way I'm going to answer this question is I'm going to just give you facts first, and then I'm going to end it with my answer.
Come on with it.
Does that work? All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's go with Cincinnati. Let's start with Cincinnati first. I'm just going in alphabetical order. So let's go with Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, who I love. Shout out to Joe Burrow. he's going to be out for a while. Poor Joe Burrow. His O-line is so horrible. By the way, why is it all these teams this year have poor O-line? I don't understand it. But anyway, so he's going to be out for a long time. Jake Browning, for those of you who don't know who he is, he stepped in for Joe last season and did pretty well. Because last season his record was 4-3. And in 2023, he had a league record 70.4% pass completion rate with 12 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in 9 games. So he has some backup pedigree where he plays pretty well when he, backing up. But to be full-time quarterback, play in, play out, game in, game out for 4 months, 3 months? That's a long time. Anyway, he just led them from behind to beat the Jaguars. And his backups. So if something happens to Jake, his backups are Sean Clifford, Mike White, and Brett Rypien. Who? I'm familiar with Mike White. I remember that name because I believe he used to play for the Jets. I believe it was the Jets. But and I remember he had some great games, but he's not a consistently great player, which is why he's a fourth on the depth chart, something like that. And they just brought this Brett guy on since Joe went down. So, and he's just on the practice squad. He's not even really listed. So anyway, that's the situation with Cincinnati. They still got Jamar Chase, though. I mean, he's still there, but you got to have somebody to get him the ball. Then you have the Pittsburgh Steelers with their old-ass quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Lackluster run game. Sorry O-line. The defense can't stop the run. Don't know what's going on with that. They look really out of sync, discombobulated, and they have bad offensive play. Why? Bad offensive play calling by Arthur Smith. He looks worse. His plays look worse this season than they did last season. I don't know. Maybe he didn't do anything in the offseason. Maybe he just spent too much time on the beach chilling and not really thinking about his game plan. Something. But he seems different. Like he don't really care this season. Something. Because he's turned into Matt Canada. Not creative all of a sudden, no creativity, just same stuff. Keep running the same offensive plays when they don't work. Why you keep running the same plays? And it's not working. Why do you keep doing it? Do something else. Do something else. And Aaron, why aren't you audibling? Do an audible. That's what Big Ben used to do. That's how he kept on winning games, despite having less talent on his team, because he would see something audible in a minute and make it work. Why isn't this happening? Steelers, I don't know. I could go on and on about your problems, but given all this information, my answer is the Cincinnati Bengals. That's who's in more trouble, because Joe Burrow is Cincinnati. And poor guy just cannot seem to stay healthy through a season. And I hate that for him, because I believe Joe Burrow, barring injury, is more talented than Josh Allen. I've always believed that since his rookie year. And if they don't get him an O-line, he should demand to be traded. because you got to protect your quarterback. If you're not going to do that, then who the hell are you? Let the man go somewhere so he can be protected. So I feel like Cincinnati is in more trouble because they're hanging on a thread with their quarterbacks. Are we? Yeah, we are. But I will tell you, I take Mason Rudolph, who I don't have any confidence in, before I take what's his name? Sean Clifford, Mike White, and Brett Ripien. Yeah, I would. So that's where I'm at. What say you, Dre?
Well, first and foremost, the Pittsburgh Steelers better go find a run game, and they better find run defense. They have neither. Offensive line is very pedestrian, putrid, embarrassing, very embarrassing. But I could wrap all that up because it's week 2, and I feel like that defense is going to get better. Aaron Rodgers showed you week 1 that the offense can be good. I think that offense is missing a piece, maybe 2. Give yourself a real running game and give yourself another weapon besides DK, who disappeared this week. I think those are fixable.
I think DK disappeared because of who they were playing. That's my personal opinion.
I agree. Because
instead of being motivated to kick their ass, I think he was like
he was motivated to pander.
No, I don't think he did that. I just think that he was kind of like frozen. Like, I can't believe I'm playing my old team type of thing.
Yeah.
I really do.
Seattle whooped that ass.
Because, I mean, he literally didn't show up. I'm not used to that from him.
Yeah, Seattle whooped that ass. None of that, though, compares to Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
None of that. Let me just say this: in the last 20 years, the Cincinnati Bengals have not protected their quarterbacks. We talked about this World Class Wednesdays, where I went down the list of first-round picks that the Cincinnati Bengals have had since 2000. Yeah. It's not pretty. All I'm gonna say, it's not pretty at all.
No,
for one, it's not. They are making this man look like Andrew Luck. He is, and to be honest with you, he's not coming back this season. Chocolate Girl. It's gonna take 12. It's gonna take 12 weeks minimum.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
He's out for a minimum of 3 months, which is 12 games. That is, by that point, you've played, it's week 14. I do not see Cincinnati even being in the hunt by week 14, which means you shouldn't even activate him after that. You've got 4 weeks left in the season. I wouldn't activate him. And that's not telling, because remember, he's the same guy who has had leg, arm, wrist, foot injuries, legitimately. Those may come back to, you understand what I'm saying? When you injured yourself so many times, the Cincinnati Bengals have to change the culture in which they play football.
Well, that ain't happening.
This passing, this $125 million on 3 players on offense, but yet you didn't go get an offensive line?
No.
It's not gonna work. There's rumors that Carson Palmer talked to Joe Burrow about this beforehand. About how Cincinnati works. Let's be clear. Joe Burrow, when he had the opportunity to talk about what he wanted, he never mentioned the offensive line either. He definitely wanted T. Higgins to get paid, though. He definitely wanted Jamar Chase to get paid, though. He definitely wanted Trey Henderson to get paid. They all got paid. So do we really have reservation in this because you got what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you asked for.
Yeah, and now they're in trouble.
And we
They're in
don't.
more.
And we
They're,
don't.
they're
Listen,
in more
we don't-
trouble than we are.
Yeah,
right
we don't
now.
applaud injuries, by the way. I just want to put that out there. I'm not
No, we
applauding
don't.
injuries when I say this. What I'm saying is that you had opportunities. The organization, GM, coach, you all have had opportunities to make good on the offensive line and have chose not to. Year after year after year after year. In the 5 years Joe Burrow has played, they have drafted one offensive lineman in the first round. That offensive lineman, you couldn't tell me his name if I asked you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's because he's not
only
that
thing,
good.
the only thing I remember about him is he had this long ass last name. I just don't remember what it is.
No,
Right.
His first name is Arminius Mims. He from Georgia.
Oh, his first name was long. Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. I
Um,
knew one of them was
He was
long.
drafted in 2022. Year after they went to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have, and you know this, Sharon. I have predicted 3 years in a row that the Bengals wouldn't make the playoffs, and I've been right.
You've been
every
right.
year that I
Yep.
predicted it. I predicted
Yep.
it the first year. And people told me, oh, it wouldn't happen. Yeah, right. I said it would be a repeat. People thought it wouldn't happen. It repeated. I said it again this year. They're not going to the playoffs because they have a gaping hole in culture and in their organization. I don't give a damn if you throw for 5,000 yards. I don't give
It's
a
the
damn
Bengals.
about Jamar Chase having a triple crown just like Joe Burrow. I don't give a damn about you paying $35 million to T. Higgins. You can't protect the quarterback, and your defense is god awful. I mean, god awful. I was, and you know what the funny thing is? Their defense actually has been decent this season.
Mhm.
It's actually been decent, and they're 2-0 for the first time in years. And then Joe Burrow goes down again. Disappointing. Miami is disappointing. They're the only undefeated team that I feel is super disappointing. Because once again,
Well, I'm not surprised though. This is the Bengals. Remember, I grew up an hour from Cincinnati. I've been around the Bengals my whole life. They've always been sorry. Poorly run, almost as bad as Cleveland. Cleveland is just awful.
Gotcha.
Which is why I've never been a fan of my Ohio football teams. I've always been a Steelers fan since I was 10 years old.
All right. Next question for you. After 2 weeks of football, what division seems like the better division? The NFC East or the NFC West?
You go, yeah. You're gonna love this question, this answer. Wait a minute, didn't you skip a question? Why you skip question 4?
I did. I skipped the question. I did. I skipped the question
Don't be
on
doing that.
Kansas City.
Okay.
We already got it.
No, but I wanted to talk about it. But okay. I like the way that you worded the question. But anyway, we're good. So who's better? So what I did was I wrote down all 8 teams, their record, and who they've played so far this season. And I looked at all of that. So here's my answer. Because I'm gonna be shorter with my answers because it's already midnight. And it's midnight. You know, I turn into a pumpkin after midnight. But anyway, right now, record-wise, the NFC West is, because there's only one team that has not won a game, and that's the Giants. So Philly is 2-0, Washington and Dallas are 1-1, and the Giants are 0-2. But then you look at the NFC West. Yeah, you got 3 teams that's 2-0, and then Seattle's 1-1. But look at who they played. In the NFC East, Philly played Dallas and the Chiefs. Washington played the Giants and the Packers. They had no chance against the Packers. They did beat the Giants like it was expected. Dallas played the Eagles and the Giants. The Giants played Washington and Dallas. So their results turned out as they should have, given who they played. But it was tougher for them to beat the opponents that they did beat. And one of them and 2 of them didn't beat the other opponent because they were too much for them. So Washington had lost to the Packers, and Dallas lost to the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions. Okay. That's not so hateful. But then you look at the NFC West. Arizona played the Saints and the Panthers. Of course, they're going to be 2-0. The Rams played the Texans and the Titans. Both of them teams are sorry. So, of course, they're going to be 2-0. The 49ers played Seattle and the Saints. Seattle's really not that good. We beat ourselves. They didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. We gave them that game. Seattle's not that great. So no wonder the 49ers are 2-0. Then Seattle beat us because we beat ourselves, really. They won because we beat ourselves, not because they whooped us or anything. And then they won against the 49ers. So the 49ers and the Seahawks are the only 2 teams in the NFC West that played a division opponent. One game. So to me, the NFC East looks better. That's where I'm at. NFC looks to be the better conference. NFC
Wow,
East.
you picked the NFC East?
I do. They look better. They look better, even though the NFC West has a better record. Look at what I just said. Look at who they played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see you.
All right. Just saying.
I see.
That's where I'm at. So what say you? Because that's where I'm at. The NFC East looks better. They look better. They look like better teams. They look better. The eye test, they pass the eye test better. And everything else that I just said. What you got?
I like what you said. Again, very eloquently spoken. But my eyes have heard and my eyes have seen and my ears have heard what you said, and I am going to say it's the West. I'm going to say the NFC West, and here's why. It's simple. The Commanders have not been very impressive at all. Dallas barely beat the Giants, or they would be 0-2. The Giants have been dismal, and I expect Brian Dable to be fired come week 8 of the season coming up.
I hope so.
A change in New York. With that being said, it is crazy because one of my surprises this week is that I'm picking the Giants to beat Kansas City.
I'm not.
That's surprise number one. I'm picking the Giants at home after I saw what they did to Dallas. And if Russell can air out the ball and play like there's nothing to lose,
he looks good.
The Chiefs haven't given me anything that would make me think that offensively they're going to move the ball enough that's going to keep the Giants off the field enough. That Giants front four is a good front four. Do not get it twisted. And I get they're playing Patrick Mahomes. Fine and dandy. Love it. But as we've seen, we have seen defensive lines play the best of quarterbacks very well. Defensive lines that are top tier, and the Giants have a really good front four. I expect pressure. Travis Kelce fumbled away the game last week against Philly. That gave Philly the interception while they're at the goal line. That's something you rarely see from Travis Kelce. That run game is putrid. They don't have too many weapons as far as receiving wise. Defensively, I've seen Philadelphia do just enough to win the football game. I think the Giants will come out and play like they want to win the football game, and it's Sunday night and the world is watching. And I think Kansas City, for the first time, I think you guys are going to see something that you haven't seen in a while, and that's going to be a little bit of static in Kansas City when they go 0-3. You're going to start seeing a little static. It is static time for Kansas City. Kansas City has been in the AFC Championship and in the Super Bowl damn near every season since Patrick Mahomes has been in the league. The same way that I said Cincinnati was due for static, I feel like Kansas City is now due for some static, and it's coming. It's coming. They are not winning the division, by the way. I will put that out there now. I will confidently, with two feet, say that they're not winning the division.
Yeah, it's time for them not to.
Which makes me go back to this NFC West thing. The West, I'm surprised at the West. Arizona is 2-0. San Francisco's 2-0. We need to be having conversations on, again, remember I said about evaluating quarterbacks differently? The other part of that is that location, and here's a Marcus Betts impression. Who you play with matters. It matters. Mac Jones playing really good in San Francisco. Daniel Jones playing really good in Indy. Sometimes change of scenery helps things. San Francisco, I did not expect to be 2-0. I did not expect Arizona to be 2-0. The Rams are 2-0. I did not expect any of that. Seattle is what? Is Seattle 2-0 too?
No, I expected the Rams to be 2-0. They played the Titans and the Texans. They're horrible. This is what I'm saying.
What is Seattle's record right now?
1-1.
Okay, so they're the only team that has a loss in the West.
Yeah. But then again, look at who the 2-0 teams played. That's what I'm saying.
I totally understand. Well, you know what's funny?
Oh yeah.
Those 2-0 teams that they've played, I didn't expect those 2-0 teams to beat those other teams either.
Yes, you did. You expected the Rams to beat the Texans and the Titans. You did not expect the Texans or the Titans to beat the Rams.
I questioned the Texans game. The Titans game. No, yes, it did. Remember, we had a conversation about the Texans and
Rams.
I mean, it was 14-9.
I picked the Rams.
I did pick the Rams to win, though.
They won like I expected them to win.
I'm talking about the 49ers. Who did the 49ers play?
The Saints in Seattle. And I picked them to win.
I don't expect anything.
Right, I don't expect anything from the Saints. So I knew they were going to beat the Saints. And Seattle, Seattle and the 49ers, they go back and forth. That's a rivalry right there.
They do. Right, they do. Who did the Cardinals play?
The Saints and the Panthers. Of course, they're 2-0. That's what I'm saying. That's why the last question I was like, no.
I get it.
But
I guess
anyway.
we're gonna have to see more.
But hey, that's a good question.
Yeah,
That's
I guess I'm gonna have to
that
see
was a
more
great
from them.
that was a great week 2 question though. That was a great question. But let me say this to you about the Giants. Since 2016,
Mhm.
the New York Football Giants have only won 2 games on a Sunday night at 8:00 p.m. 2016, 2016, they beat the Dallas Cowboys 10-7. And then in 2017, they beat the Denver Broncos 23-10.
Wow.
They don't win on Sunday night at 8 in the primetime game. They don't win.
Wow.
I'm just letting you know. Now, I'm not superstitious and I don't usually go for things like that. Like, I shout out to Buck Flair. I remember he used to talk about how after a bye, the team usually wins after a bye and all that. I don't look at that stuff usually, but it's the New York Football Giants. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
With
I got
question
you.
number 6.
All right.
I'm ready for number 6 or number 5 since you took out one.
Well, question number 5 is this one. I don't think I showed you this one.
No, you did not.
Wow. It's all good. See,
Don't be
we're gonna
pivoting.
test see if you on the fly. Let's see this. Do we hold reservations for the Vikings after the first 2 weeks played?
What do you mean hold reservations? What you mean?
Are we looking at the Vikings like, y'all not gonna be that good this year?
Oh. Well, yeah. Not really. I believe in the quarterback.
Whoa.
And that's hard. That's hard for
What
me
quarterback?
given the college he came from. That's really hard for me, but I do kind of believe in him.
Are we being
And they
nice
still
today?
have Justin Jefferson. But their defense, they gotta do something with their defense.
So the Minnesota.
So yeah,
Vikings,
I'm gonna hold reserve. I'm gonna reserve my critique. I want to see how this plays out a little bit more.
That's real cute how you answer that.
We can revisit this week 6 or 7.
That's real cute how you answered that.
Well,
I'm gonna just say
real
this real
cute.
cute. The
What
Minnesota
you mean,
Vikings
real
have
cute?
played one. That was. I like how you took the words in the sentence and then formulated the answer through the sentence the question that I asked. That was real cute. I like look at you showing off your journalistic skills tonight. Look at you. I will say they've played one good quarter of football in 8 quarters. Yes, I hold reservations. I can't stand the Minnesota Vikings. Skull. You should be scolded right now. I told y'all JJ McCarthy is not going to be what y'all think, for one.
I'll go a step further than you, Dre. I can't stand no team in that division. I don't like none of y'all, including them damn Packers.
That's all right. You got to respect.
Now, I do not. Can't stand I can't stand the Vikings. I never liked any of them teams. The only time I ever cheered for the Vikings is when Chris Carter played there. That's it. Oh, well, no, that's not true. When Chris Carter played for them, and also when my boy Kirk Cousins, because he's a Spartan. That's the only reason I would cheer for them, root for them. Unless they played my Steelers, of course. But that's, that's another story. But that's the only time. I don't like the Vikings. I even hate the logo. They need to change it.
So they played one good quarter of football. J.J. McCarthy is injured for 3 to 5 weeks. So now you got to have Carson Wentz and Mr. Wentz man. Wentz.
Well, that's the reason why I'm saying let's revisit this about week 5 or 6. Let's just revisit it.
Got you. All right. I can move on from the Vikings. I don't like to give them too much time anyway.
Here's who they have to play. They play the Bengals, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Eagles. That's their next 4 games.
I know. And you know what's so funny, Sharon? Marcus the Alphabets on Wednesday night show tried to convince me that if they could somehow hold serve. That's what he said. Hold serve. Okay, hold serve, which is 2-2. When he comes back, the Vikings might be all right. 4 games. Go ahead and read the next 3 weeks. After that,
the Vikings about to get their asses kicked.
Exactly. Exactly. See, y'all see that response? That's exactly what I was waiting on.
They are. If I'm looking at these next 5 games, they play the Chargers after the Eagles. Then they play the Lions.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
And then they play who after that?
The Ravens. Then the Bears.
Exactly.
Then the Bears. Then they play the Packers. Then the Seahawks. Then the Commanders. Then the Cowboys. Then the Giants. The Lions again. The Packers again. Their last 2 games, they got to play the Lions and the Packers in their last 2 games.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this now. Y'all ready? The Minnesota Vikings will not win 6 games this year. Not 6. And by the way, the most embarrassing 14-win team last year was the Minnesota Vikings. You not only lost the division in the last week of the season, but also got bounced in the first round of the playoffs as well. Being 14-3. Embarrassing. I expect Minnesota to skull as usual. Yes, I hold reservations. I don't give a damn about J.J. McCarthy being the quarterback. He about to get his boot smoked when he come back. They should listen. Listen, they might have to go to 3rd string before he even come back, because I don't even think Carson Wentz making it past the 4 weeks that he got to play for him. I'll be honest with you. This team is in trouble and fast. I can already say that there is a couple teams that right now I'm already ready to write off for the season. Minnesota is one of them. Looking at that schedule, Minnesota is one of them. Legitimately. They won't win 6 games this year. Now, skull on that. So now, speaking of 6, question number 6, we kind of already got the answer to after tonight. It was a WNBA question.
No, we got to talk about this. I took some good notes. We got to talk about this question. What is it?
Oh, well, you already got the answer after tonight.
No, say the question. Say the question.
What WNBA team has the better chance of winning the title, Atlanta Dream or New York Liberty?
Well, we know it ain't the Dream.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we know that Dream just died. That Dream caught hay fever.
And the Aces just beat Seattle by 1 point, 74-73.
Wow.
Amen.
Talk about survival. Woo. Talking about
survive and advance.
Didn't I tell you not to hold your? Didn't I tell you not to hold your breath?
I didn't,
Ooh,
because they were balling. 74-73. Asia and them. Yeah, Seattle could. They missed a late game winner shot. They missed it.
Ooh.
Sound like LeBron. Okay, so listen.
Comes down to
read the question. Tell them the question. Tell them the question. Oh, you tell them you already said the question, right? You already said the question. Who has a better chance? Well, Atlanta's been eliminated. We know that, but let's pretend like we're having this discussion before tonight's results. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pretend.
Uh-huh.
My prediction was that Vegas had the better chance. And this is the reason why I said that I'm not Vegas, the Liberty had a better chance. Even though they faced a lot of injuries this season, they're the defending champs. Mm-hmm. They have star power. They have more star power. Vegas has them as the favorite. They were the 5th seed, and I know the dream was 3rd seed. I got it. And last year, they swept the dream in the first round last season. So for me, I was on the Liberty anyway. I think a lot of people wrote the Liberty off this season because they didn't look as good.
Well, you might be writing them off tomorrow if Phoenix play anything like they played in game 2.
I think they got something for Phoenix. But Phoenix been balling. I ain't gonna sleep on them. I ain't gonna sleep on them.
Yeah. Alyssa Thomas out there looking like LeBron James.
Whatever.
I like that. I knew that was gonna get you.
One day we'll have to talk more basketball.
Yeah, it's coming up. Absolutely.
Because
all right.
Because we got to get this LeBron James conversation out the way. But go ahead.
Absolutely.
What's the next question?
All right, last question before we make our picks. Who's spewing that dumpster juice segment? You get this. Who's spewing that dumpster juice segment? Which means you have to tell me the worst 3 team performances of week 2.
I got him. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna go 3-2-1. I'm gonna go 3-2-1.
Go ahead.
Number 3, the Bears versus the Lions. The Bears looked horrible. Caleb Williams looked almost spooked. Bad throws. He had bad throws. He couldn't capitalize on 2 4th down plays. Big thing is they had no defense. They allowed Jared Goff to get 334 yards and 5 touchdowns. Was the defense on the field? No. I'll answer that for you. No. Do you agree with that one? That was pretty bad.
I agree.
All right, number 2.
They were one of my lists.
The team that you were so disappointed in, the Miami Dolphins. They had a 4th quarter collapse to the Patriots of all people. I predicted the Patriots to win. I told y'all the Patriots was going to win this game. I have no confidence in Miami. But anyway, Tua threw an interception with just over 2 minutes left, and nobody protected him all game. They didn't protect the man. Luckily, he didn't get sacked. But shoot, he had a whole bunch of pressures to get rid of the ball. So that was number 2. And the worst for me was the New York Jets. 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 They were held to 3.3 yards per play by the Buffalo Bills. Brees Hall had 29 yards on 10 carries. That's bad. Justin Fields couldn't run. He only got 49 yards rushing. And then he got a concussion. I'm so sorry. I pray that he recovers 100% from that. That kind of scares me when I see them get concussions. It worries me. But yeah, so I'm not making light of his concussion. But before he got his concussion, that 3.3 yards per play, that just really spoke a lot to me. So that's my top three. What's your top three worst?
My top three worst performances of the week. Let's talk about Geno Smith and that Raiders team. God awful. 9 points. Boo boo. Boo boo. Number 3. I think really you could have two sets of who's spewing that dumpster juice. It was 6 teams this week that could go right up under there. The Raiders would be 3.
Steelers was 1. But wait a minute though. Geno Smith though threw for over 300 yards though, didn't he?
Nope. That was in week 1.
No. Week 2.
What did he throw for?
I didn't write down a number, but I know he threw for more yards than never mind. But anyway, he's one of those quarterbacks who has not thrown the touchdown.
No. Let's look.
He's one of those quarterbacks who has not had a touchdown pass. The quarterbacks with no touchdown passes was Josh Allen's, Michael Penix Jr., whatever his name is, J.J. McCarthy, Geno Smith, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Geno Smith had 3 interceptions this week.
But out of those 4 quarterbacks I just named, Geno Smith has the highest number of yards passing. That's all I was saying.
He has 542 yards for the season. He passed for 180 against the Chargers. He does have a touchdown pass. He had one against New England. He had 1 touchdown pass and 1 interception.
I guess my data was wrong. But
his rating was a 102.8. No, that's okay. 102.8 is what he had. I mean, Geno Smith, the last 3 seasons in Seattle, threw for 4,282.
He did. That's why he got that most improved player.
Yep, 4,320 the year before that. But his interceptions have always been high. 11, 9, 15. Yeah. And he's already got 4 this season in 2 games. All right. Now, who is number 2? Who is number 2 on my list?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nope, the Minnesota Vikings.
That fool sit up there and messed that whole play up. But go ahead.
Minnesota Vikings, number 2. They had 6 points. The Atlanta Falcons was on them like flies on.
Well, that's a rivalry. Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings.
Atlanta was on them like white on rice.
They needed to be.
Yeah, we could have mentioned the Commanders too, because the Commanders didn't do nothing against the Packers. Them little boo boo, them little late game points don't count to me.
Okay, but in all fairness to the Commanders, who for me is the number 1 team that I hate the most of any team in football. Just want to let you know, for the record, I'm torn between them and the Patriots. I hate both of them, but anyway. In all fairness, it's their O-line.
Mm.
If you look at how quickly dude was forced to get rid of that ball, I mean, he would play action pass, right? Soon as he starts doing his second read, the defender's there. The lineman is in his face already. And I'm watching the line. I'm looking at the line. I paid attention to nothing but old lines this past weekend. That's what I was focusing on, right? And I can see their defensive line were embarrassing them. They were missing his O-line was missing blocks, just missing. They easily getting around them and getting to it. I was like, no wonder he's running for his life. He can't play. So yeah, I don't put that all on him. I'm just wanting to say that.
All right. Now, with that being said, this has been a whole lot of fun. Oh, we got to do some picks. Y'all ready? Real quick, we got to go over these picks, Sharon. We got picks to do. You know, we be having so much sports talk that we don't get into all the topics, but nevertheless, will. Next week, we will get into more topics. I'm sure that we'll be able to talk about some of these topics we didn't talk about during the week later on in the week next week. But week 3 picks, we already picked the Bills to beat the Dolphins, obviously.
I did.
Packers versus Browns.
Packers.
Packers. Colts, Titans.
Who?
Colts, Titans.
Colts.
Colts. Bengals, Vikings.
Oh, God. So we got Carson Wentz against. I'm sorry. So we got Carson Wentz against Jake Browning. What a game. You know what?
Network.
You know what, Dre? I'm going to watch that game. I'm going to watch that game just to watch it, just so I can send you messages laughing. Oh my God. I really don't know who to pick. I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Cincinnati. I'm probably going to regret that. Who you got?
I'm going to take the Vikings.
All right, cool.
Unfortunately, these are 2 teams that I told you I don't see going many places, but
me either.
all right. Steelers, Patriots.
Steelers.
Rams, Eagles.
Eagles. I don't know.
Rams.
I got a feeling the Rams might upset them.
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm going to stick with the Eagles. I'm going to stick with them.
Gotta have 1 or 2 upsets. Me. I gotta have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Rams.
All right.
Jets, Buccaneers.
I'm going to put an asterisk next to that. Bucks.
Taking the Buccaneers. Raiders, Commanders.
And you know what? We need to talk about this Baker Mayfield. We need to talk about him. In the next couple of open, of shows. All right, who'd you say now? Who's next?
Raiders, Commanders.
Commanders.
Jalen Daniels might not play though. Jaden Daniels might not be playing.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yep, hamstring.
Oh, it's a whole bunch of hamstring injuries so far this season.
Falcons, Panthers.
Falcons.
Falcons. Texans, Jaguars.
Jags.
Texans. Wow, you got the Texans going 0-3?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, I'm taking the Texans. Wow. Saints, Seattle.
Seattle.
Broncos, Chargers.
Chargers. I don't know. That Broncos defense. Who you got?
Chargers.
All right, I'm gonna stay with my Chargers. Okay.
Cowboys, Bears.
Cowboys.
This pains me to say this. It pains me to say this.
What?
I'm taking the Chicago Bears.
Shit.
Hold on.
You done lost your mind.
Chicago Bears.
Now, if they end up winning, then that's luck on their part, but they should not win this game. You know that.
Chicago Bears. Give me the Cowboys. Ugh. Give me the Cowboys. I'm changing that. I don't like the Bears at all. You know the Bears. I hate the Bears. Give me the Cowboys. I hate both of these teams. Give me the Cowboys.
I understand.
Ew. Cardinals, 49ers.
There's always a good game. And Mac Jones is quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I'm going with the Niners. Chiefs, Giants.
Well, you already said you're going to go with the Giants.
I'm sticking to it. At first, I was about to change it after you told me that the Giants have only won 2 Sunday night football games.
8 o'clock?
And
Sunday, 8:20.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on this one. I think the Chiefs finally get a win.
Yeah. Terrible. I'm gonna look for the Giants to be like, not at our expense.
And it's the Giants at home.
Yeah.
The Giants are at home.
I'm taking the Giants this week.
All right.
Standing on it. Lions, Ravens, best game of the week.
It depends on who's hurt with the Ravens. Who's hurt?
Be careful. Nobody. Be careful. Be careful now. Be careful.
I don't know, boy. That dude is back for the Lions. Oh, I hate him. Oh, I can't. I'm going with the Ravens. I can't stand either one of these teams, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I got a feeling the Lions are gonna win that game, though.
I'm going with the Lions on the road.
Yeah, I'm changing it. I'm changing it to the Lions. I don't know why. I probably regret it later.
This is a gut check game for Dan Campbell.
I like Dan Campbell.
But the Lions are good at what the Ravens can do. Tell me what the Ravens can do that the Lions can't. The Ravens can run the football very well. So can the Lions. The Ravens can pass. The Lions have an even better passing game. Better passing attack. The Ravens have defense. The Lions are healthy on defense. And Aiden Hutchinson is back.
That's the only reason why I'm picking the Lions, because of Aiden Hutchinson, who I hate. I can't stand him.
The Lions have been pretty decent on the road against good teams. Let's not forget that the Lions also beat the Kansas City Chiefs on the road.
I know. I got you. I'm going with the Lions. I changed my mind.
I'm going to go with the Lions this week. I think the Lions roll on that 52-point game they had against the Bears, and I think they get back to business because you can beat that Baltimore Ravens defense. It's been shown. And they didn't have a good first half against the Browns either. Let's be clear. That second half was,
I hope they win anyway.
yeah,
I hope the Lions win, because I don't want the Ravens to win shiggity.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions this week. Just because I just have a sneaking suspicion. Amon St. Brown and those guys are going to be looking to wreak havoc. Kyle Hamilton had issues against the Bills. The Detroit Lions have a better roster. You got to deal with Sam Laporta, Amon St. Brown, Jamison Williams, and company, along with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
And think about it. Jared Goff just threw for 5 touchdowns.
Yes, he did last week.
He's coming off of a 5-touchdown game. So, he going to come up in there like.
How many touchdowns did Josh Allen throw against the Ravens? Do you know?
4, wasn't it? 4? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna go. I'm going with the Lions.
The Lions,
week.
Yeah. That
All
Jared Goff. He's surprising.
With that being said, it's been a whole lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back next week again. Next Thursday again. Bills win 31-21. I'm waiting to see if I get the alert that the Miami Dolphins have moved on from
Mm-hmm. Who you think gonna win? You think the Mercury's gonna win tomorrow?
No, I think the Liberty is gonna find a way to win. By the way, I want to put this out there right now. Emma Meeseman is not better than Kayla McBride. That's another thing I saw on that list that I'm like, you got to be out of your mind tripping. Emma Meeseman is not better than Kayla McBride. We'll stop that.
I don't think so either, but I see a lot wrong with that list.
Yeah, there's plenty to be corrected on that list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Meeseman is better than. I'm like, you out your mind, crazy.
Out your mind, crazy.
Nice that Meeseman's on the Liberty and she's given a spark, somewhat of a spark, but you're lying. If you say you're lying.
By the way, I joined the line dancing group.
Did you now?
So I'm trying to learn all these line dances. I did not know there's 11 line dances out. I used to do 4. It's a whole boatload of them now.
Yeah.
But it's fun. But it's so weird though. Since I actually joined the group, I haven't been to any events since I joined. Before I joined, I was going. But since I joined, I haven't been able to go. It's just weird. Anyway, I've been practicing in my living room, so
That's why you got that where the fans at? Where them fans at?
you got to know how to pop that fan.
You know
So
how to
when you DJ, do you ever play line dances when you DJ?
Yes.
They be on it, don't they?
Yes.
Do they have
Go
their
look at last
fans?
week. Well,
Do they
go
have
look
their
at last
fans
week.
with them?
No.
They don't.
No.
They don't bring their fans.
No. I wish they did because I be trying to teach them. I'll be trying.
Well, tell them to bring
teach
their
them
fans.
stuff.
What you do is you go to Dollar Tree, you get you a few fans, and then you offer them as a prize. You trivia questions, something. You offer them as a prize. Next thing you know, people gonna start bringing their fans. I'm just telling you. Try it. I bet you it works. All right. With that being said, as you like to say, it's been fun. Thank you for having me on the show. I've enjoyed it. We'll see how tomorrow night goes. I will be watching.
Look what
Can't
this
see
comment says.
I can't see that. I just see a whole bunch of white on a black
It
background.
says-
That's all I see.
It says the Fever are better without Caitlin Clark. The proof is in the pudding. Last year with a better team, they got swept.
Is that your statement?
No, somebody else wrote that statement, but I
agree.
100% approve of this message.
I do too. I agree. I just got the message. Jackie Young's clutch shot and Aja Wilson's dominance carried Las Vegas past Seattle. Co-defensive player of the year, my ass. I don't care what nobody say.
Telling you right now. And the fact that they only beat Seattle by 1 point, and Seattle took them to the brink, 1 point.
1 point.
All right. I'm telling you right now, don't be shocked. Yo, listen, I can't wait to see Chocolate Girl's reaction when they announce this year.
No, I don't want to hear it. No.
Those
No.
two,
No.
and they say
No. Nope.
Asia Wilson.
Nope. I refuse to believe they will do anything twice in one season. I'm not believing.
All right. I'm telling you, I would be
Nope.
shocked.
Nope.
The WNBA, listen, the WNBA is looking for ratings. What a better way to get ratings, even if it's bad press. All press is good press, technically, even if it's bad for the WNBA. So,
No.
I'm telling you right now,
Not gonna happen. No.
unless it's racism, I tell you what, I wouldn't be shocked. They come out and say it, and then you see all these bad faces around. People gonna be tight. They gonna be like, "What?" I'm
Nope.
like, "Who said
I'm
it
not.
first?"
I'm not
Who
gonna
said it
believe it
first?
until I see it. I'm not gonna believe it
Right
until I
here.
see it. Not gonna believe it.
Seattle Storm just put out a post saying, "Thank you, fans, for showing up all year for us." Now, Seattle, go ahead and get Angel Reese.
No, I don't want her to go to Seattle.
I thought you said you wanted her to go to Seattle.
No, I want her to go to the Mystics
Oh, Washington. That's right. You just wanted to go to DC.
or the Sparks. Sparks or the Mystics.
Asia Wilson had 38 points. Oh, yeah.
And they needed all 38 of them points to beat them.
Yeah, this might be unanimous. Well, it ain't going to be unanimous, but 38, 5, and 3 in a winner take all series, game 3, and you won on your home floor by 1. Yeah.
Congratulations to the Aces. Moving on. I hope they whoop the Fever's ass. All right. It's been real.
It's been fun.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Absolutely. See y'all again.
Where them fans at?